there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Cider Drinker. But of course you knew that already, didn't you? And on today's episode I'm bringing to you another cheap cider that you can get from the Tesco stores, pretty much anyone's across the country. Not sure if it's just an offshoot of their own cider brand, but today's cider is Oakley's Original Cider. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've never actually heard of Oakley cider before. I've never heard of the company or anything, so like I say, I'm thinking it's just an offshoot of Tesco's own cider that they've just slapped their own label on the front. But I'm sure I'll find out if I read the back of this bottle. But you know what? Until then, let me give you some details on Oakley's Original Cider. Oakley's Original Cider comes in 568ml bottles, which is the only way you can get it too. And it also comes in at 4.5% volume, so pretty standard strength for a cider. Doesn't say anywhere on the bottle if it's sweet or dry, so I'm going to find out in the taste. And the price is probably going to be the biggest draw for this one, because you can get a whole pint of cider for 99p if you buy Oakley's Original Cider. Will it be as cheap tasting as the price? Well, I'm sure I'll find out soon. There we go. Well, the first thing that instantly hits me about this is it reminds me so much of the Churchwood's Original Cider that I had all those reviews back. The one that I got from Lidl. I think it was Lidl, yeah. It pretty much just has the exact same design on the front, especially with the label shape and everything. And look at this, you can actually see the labels actually peeling off the front of the bottle as well. So overall first impressions do say that this is a very cheap cider. I mean, look at that, I can pretty much peel that off in one go if I wanted to. So yeah, first impressions are that this is a cheaply made cider, and to be honest the label doesn't really do it much justice either. It pretty much looks like the Magners label, so just a cheap rip-off of it, really. So, over ice, again, like Magners. So, on the back it says, crisp and fruity cider for maximum refreshment. And that's all the description you're going to get for this cider. It says it's free from artificial flavours, colours and sweeteners, though, so nothing artificial in here, but have they crammed it full of sugar? That's the thing. So I'm sure I'm going to find out. Let's see, who is it made by? Manufactured for Tesco Stores Limited. It doesn't say anywhere which company made it, so it just says Tesco Stores Limited, so I'm actually thinking that it is just an offshoot of Tesco's own cider. It says it's a National Association of Cider Maker member, so why I've not heard of Oakley's before, you know, beggars belief, but oh well, there we go. I guess it's just time to crack open this bottle then. Here's hoping that, you know, just because it is 99p, it's not going to just taste like crap, but I'm sure I'll find out in the taste. Let's give it a whiff first. Just smells like standard cheap cider, really. There's no real bad smells coming off of it, it just smells, you know, slightly bitter. Definitely got a dry aroma coming off of it. There is a kind of an off apple smell about it too, but thankfully it's nothing that's actually you know, making me back off from it, so thankfully the smell's not too bad. So without further ado, I'm going to pour this in the glass. Now, you know, 99p, you're not going to expect miracles, but you never know, it could be a very nice tasting cider. Although I have a feeling it might just be exactly like Churchwood's was. I won't pour it all in because I've got a whole pint here to get through. But there we go, that's what it looks like. Standard cider colour really, no real discerning features. Very sparkling as you can see, a lot of bubbles coming off of it. Nice old big hefty ones too. But other than that, nothing really overly amazing about it, so let's go and get a whiff in the glass. Now, strangely enough, I can smell more of the apples in the glass. That's that doesn't actually smell too bad. Like I say, it's got that dry aroma coming off of it, with that slight bitterness too. Can't get any oak off of it, so I don't think it's been matured in oak vats or anything like that. So yeah, overall, not too bad, so I'm just going to go and give this a taste. Cheers, guys, and bottoms up. Well, that's a different taste. God, that was really weird. You just get so much fizz coming off of this that it's kind of hard to get any discernible taste from it, so I'm going to have to dive in for a second opinion straight away. Alright, well the good thing is, it doesn't taste artificial. It's definitely a dry cider. I'll probably say medium dry. But, like I said, I can't taste any sugar or any sweetness to it. So that's actually a good sign. I was expecting this to just be crammed full of sugar and, you know, just taste like you're drinking liquid sugar again. But that's actually a little bit surprising. I don't know, as for the actual taste of it, it's kind of hard to describe. Mainly because it dissipates so quickly. It's left my mouth feeling pretty dry, actually. You know, it's not got any juicy textures or characteristics to it, so it's instantly dried my throat out, which means that you obviously want to go for another gulp straight away. There's no aftertaste either. That's quite strange. There's actually nothing to it. No flavours, no aromas. I'm not getting anything off this. It's all about the first taste, and because there's so much fizziness, I can't actually quite put my finger on what the actual taste is. So I'm gonna get another one and just see if I can, you know, salvage something from this. Okay, you're getting a very slight bitterness to it. You're getting kind of like, you know, real crisp dry apples off of it. But apart from that, there's not really a whole lot going on in this glass. Like I say, as soon as you've taken your sip, that's it. You don't get any other flavours coming off of it. And like I say, it just leaves your, you know, the inside of your mouth just so dry, and I can feel a belch coming on. Excuse me. So yeah, obviously this is a really carbonated cider, so you're going to be belching a lot throughout this. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible tasting cider, but that's, you know, that's just like saying that white is a colour, because it really isn't. This doesn't really have any taste to it, so, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, describe what I'm getting off of it. I will try, you know, once more just to see if I can actually get, you know, an actual flavour off of it. Not really. Not really. I would say this is probably one of the flavourless ciders I've actually tried. I'm not getting anything at all off of this. It doesn't, well, crisp and fruity. Well, it's definitely crisp, I'll give it that, but fruity, well, if you can get a fruity flavour off of this, then good on you, because I blooming can't, that's for sure. I think I'm going to get a final taste before the final verdict. Okay, so, good points. It doesn't taste artificial. It doesn't taste like liquid sugar. Very cheap price. Obviously, 99p for a pint. You really can't sniff at that. There is a very slight hint of, like, dry, crisp apple taste in there. But with the bad points, it's overly carbonated, so it's actually hard to find the taste. And it leaves your inside of your mouth just completely bone dry after you've taken a sip, so you need to instantly go for another one. And because it's highly carbonated, you're going to be belching all the time as well. And yeah, like I say, there just really there's no discernible taste in this cider. Which, I guess, isn't really a bad thing, because at least it doesn't taste terrible. So, but, you know, for 99p, like I say, I wasn't expecting miracles, but, you know, it's not a terrible tasting cider, because it doesn't have any taste to it. I'm still trying to get a taste out of it. Yeah, just the slightest hint of like dry apple flavour in the initial taste, and then it's gone immediately. So, for a verdict, I'm going to go and give Oakley's original cider a middle of the road 5 out of 10. Mainly because I can't get much from it. Now, obviously, it's not brilliantly tasting because there's no taste to it, but it's obviously not terribly tasting because there's no taste to it. So, if you just like your ciders without any flavour at all, then you can't really go much wrong with Oakley's original cider. And at 99p for a pint, that's pretty good value. I mean, as you've probably seen before, I've tried some 99p ciders that have been absolute piles of garbage, and you shouldn't even go anywhere near them for that price. But this one, you know, if you just want a real cheap cider, you don't care about the tastes or anything, then Oakley's original is the one for you. As for me though, I like my ciders with a bit more flavour, thank you very much. But I have still got the pear variety to try, so you never know, that might be a hell of a lot better. But that was another episode of The Cider Drinker for you guys. Hope you liked it, and I will be back some other time with another delicious and, well, hopefully tasty cider for you guys. But until then, I'm going to drink me this glass of non-tasting cider, which is a little bit weird. Until next time guys, take care. There's really no taste.